This is Mac OS Ken.
Possible hiccups with your new hardware, excitement around iPhone 13 sales, and a few stories of Apple TV Plus. It is Friday, the 24th of September, New iPhone Day 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Nebia, makers of the Nebia by Moen Spa Shower. Save 10% on Nebia products by using code MacOSKen at Nebia.com/MacOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Headspace, meditation made simple. You know how meditation apps are supposed to help you relax? Headspace is the first one I found that's done that for me. Other apps kind of made me feel stupid because, I don't know, I guess they assumed you already know something about meditation. Headspace meets you where you are. If you're deep into meditation already, the easy-to-use app still has a lot to offer. Or if you're like I was, clueless when it comes to meditation, Headspace is perfect. Anyway, it's been perfect for me. Everything from beginner courses to short SOS meditations for particularly stressful moments, to longer meditations to help you deal with particular issues and your feelings around them. The Headspace approaches to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. It's helped me focus. It's helped me relax. See what Headspace can do for you. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/MacOSKen. That's headspace.com/MacOSKen for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Head to headspace.com/MacOSKen today. Surprising issues to start new iPhone and iPad day for some. MacRumors has 2 stories about issues restoring the brand new hardware from backup, one concerning an issue with widgets, and another pointing to problems with Apple Music. According to the first piece, Apple on Thursday said that it has discovered an issue that can cause widgets to revert to their default settings after restoring an iPhone or an iPad from backup. The company says that's hitting a limited number of units from many through Pro Max in the iPhone 13 line, the 9th generation iPad, and the 6th generation iPad mini. In other words, the stuff Apple announced last week that's landing in the hands of consumers today. Dealing with this issue is kind of bizarre. According to MacRumors, there is a Day 1 iOS and iPadOS 15 security update available for new iPhones and iPads that mentions a fix for the widget bug. At the same time, the piece has Apple saying that folks faced with the widget issue will need to go in and reapply the customizations they want. MacRumors guess it may be that the new version of iOS 15 simply fixes the bug going forward, while still requiring widgets to be reset after restoring from an initial backup. As for the Apple Music issue, a support doc from Apple says if you restore your new iPhone or iPad from a backup, you might not be able to access the Apple Music catalog, Apple Music settings, or use Sync Library on your new device. To resolve this, update your new iPhone or iPad. Apple's use of the word might makes one think that this is an issue that's also only affecting some people. If you're among them, apparently the update that mentions the widget thing but does not mention the Apple Music thing will also fix the Apple Music thing. Stands to be an interesting day. Now here's something you can move from one iPhone to another. Apple research data. A piece from Apple Insider says Apple updated its research app earlier this week to make that a thing one can do. According to the report, the latest version 2.3 of Apple Research includes support for transferring study progress to secondary devices using iCloud backup, according to release notes accompanying the update. With the new capability, users can easily transport ongoing study data to a new device, like the upcoming iPhone 13, when restoring from a backup. You may not have your widgets, you may not have your music, but at least you've got your health. As long as we're talking updates, news of an issue around this week's release of iOS 15. According to another piece from MacRumors, a bug in iOS 15 is preventing some AirPods Pro users from using Siri to control the active noise cancellation and transparency features. As outlined on Reddit, the piece continues, some users who ask Siri to turn off active noise cancellation or activate transparency mode on AirPods Pro connected to an iPhone running iOS 15 receive a "Sorry, I can't do that" message from Siri. MacRumors says it's seen the same issue, that Siri is unable to be used to activate transparency mode or active noise cancellation on AirPods Pro connected to an iPhone running iOS 15. The fix is in, though, or should be soon. Both MacRumors and another Reddit user say Siri and the stoppers are working properly under the first beta of iOS 15.1. A lot of Apple's oldest devices are now safe from Pegasus, or will be once they update to iOS 12.5.5. Apple Insider says Apple on Thursday pushed out updates for older versions of its iOS and macOS operating systems, patching 3 zero-day vulnerabilities, including a bug that was likely exploited in the wild by NSO groups Pegasus spyware. Apple's Security Updates page names the Mac update mentioned as Security Update 2021-006 Catalina. That is obviously for Macs running Catalina. iOS 12.5.5 patches the vulnerability for iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, iPad Air, iPad Mini 2, iPad Mini 3, and iPod Touch 6th generation. Add another name to the list of analysts excited about iPhone 13 sales in China and overall. Apple Insider has word of a note from Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives. In it, he says he's excited about iPhone 13 sales in China and overall. Well, not those exact words. According to the piece, Ives says that iPhone 13 demand looks robust out of the gates, with pre-orders in China leading the way in 2021. He notes that pre-orders in China have approached the 5 million or 6 million mark. Despite supply chain issues, Ives thinks the iPhone 13 launch is stronger than last year's launch of iPhone 12. Like other analysts, he's also seeing sales this year skew to the Pro side. If so, that will lead to a higher average selling price for Apple's wrap rod. The way he sees it, iPhone is riding a super cycle, and it is not hopping off until sometime next year at the earliest. Mr. Ives has an outperform rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is $185. You know what I'll bet Apple is sick of? Europe. Or really the European Commission. Cult of Mac says the EC has put forward EU legislation that will make USBC the standard port for all smartphones and tablets. A few days in the making, the piece says the EC has been trying to get device makers to voluntarily choose a single charging standard since 2009. Apple and others signed an agreement to move in that direction that year. The result was a reduction in the number of charger types on the market from 30 to 3: USBC, Lightning, and micro USB. 30 to 3 is pretty cool, but 3 is not 1. Unless you're talking religion, in which case you're on the wrong show. Margarita Vestea, European Commissioner for Competition and Executive VP of the European Commission for a Europe Fit for the Digital Age, is quoted in the piece as saying, "We gave industry plenty of time to come up with their own solutions. Now time is ripe for legislative action for a common charger. This is an important win for our consumers and environment, and in line with our green and digital ambitions." Mobile analyst Benedict Evans kind of scorched the idea on Twitter, saying this is a profoundly stupid way to approach product design and standardization. What happens in 5 years when someone wants to use a better connector? What if they had picked USB 3 5 years ago? Cult of Mac says the legislation will now go up for a vote before the European Parliament. If it is approved, the piece says Apple and other device makers will have 2 years from the date of adoption to make the switch to USB-C. More news in a moment, but first a word from Nebia, creator of the Nebia by Moen Spa Shower, and a bunch of other cool stuff too. Nebia offers sleek and sustainable bathroom accessories such as shower shelves, shower curtains, hooks, and bath mats. And of course the Nebia by Moen Spa Shower, which for me has been amazing. Its spray is 81% more powerful than the competition, yet it uses 45% less water. It is surprisingly easy to install, it looks beautiful, and there is definitely one for you. They're available in 4 premium finishes: white and chrome, black and chrome, spot resist nickel, and matte black. So they'll look right at home in your home. The Nebia by Moen Spa Shower starts at just $199, and there's a special deal for macOS Ken listeners. The first 100 people to use code macOSKen at nebia.com/macOSKen will get 10% off currently available Nebia products. Nebia deals like this don't happen often, so now is an excellent time to check them out. Nebia, that's nebia.com/macOSKen to see what they have to offer. The first 100 people to use the code macOSKen at checkout will save 10% on Nebia products. Again, that's nebia.com/macOSKen and use that code macOSKen to save 10%. Something new to watch from Apple that is not on Apple TV+. iMore says Apple on Thursday launched a new documentary series on YouTube called The Spark. Apple's description of the series says it explores the origin stories of some of culture's biggest songs and the creative journeys behind them. Episode 1 focuses on Mexican-American singer-songwriter Cuco. In it, he explains how he brought the song Under the Sun out to the world. No indication from Apple as to when new episode will drop. For now, though, you can catch the first one on YouTube. The first look deal between writer-actor Sharon Horgan and Apple TV Plus is yielding a series. Apple Insider says the two are teaming on a remake of the Flemish series Clan. That's said in the piece to be a dark comedy about 5 sisters who have promised to look after each other following the early death of their parents. The order is for 10 episodes. No word on when they'll start their run. 3 trailers this week from Apple TV+. First, a piece from iDownload blog says Apple has shared trailers for the kids show Get Rolling with Otis and Puppy Place. Get Rolling with Otis is an animated series. It's set at Long Hill Dairy Farm, where Otis the tractor lives with his friends and lends a hand when he can. That one starts in a couple of weeks, Friday, the 8th of October. Puppy Place is a live-action show about a brother and sister pair who help dogs in need find their forever homes. That one rolls after Otis 1 week later, kicking off on Friday, the 15th of October. You can see the trailers for Get Rolling with Otis and Puppy Place now on YouTube. Next up, Acapulco. Another piece from my download blog says Apple is out with its first trailer for the bilingual comedy. The show's official description says Acapulco tells the story of 20-something Maximo Gallardo, whose dream comes true when he gets the job of a lifetime as a cabana boy at the hottest resort in Acapulco. He soon realizes that the job is far more complicated than he ever imagined, and in order to succeed, he must learn to navigate a demanding clientele, a mercurial mentor, and a complicated home life without losing his way to shortcuts and temptations. The show is sort of set in the 1980s and today. It's told in flashback, with Eugenio Derbez playing the current-day Gallardo, telling stories about his 20-something self, played by Enrique Arzón. Acapulco goes to Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 8th of October. You can catch the trailer now on YouTube. And finally today, here's a crazy idea. A podcast about a science fiction TV show. What? The Apple TV Plus adaptation of the sci-fi epic Foundation hit the Cupertino streamer on Thursday night, a few hours ahead of the usual schedule. To go along with it, Apple has launched a podcast cleverly called Foundation, the Official Podcast. Less world building, more show building. The podcast description promises discussions with Foundation showrunner and EP David S. Goyer and writers on the show addressing how they adapted Isaac Asimov's iconic novels for the screen. This is not the first podcast as promotional vehicle for Apple TV+. The streamer also ran a companion podcast for All Mankind, cleverly called For All Mankind, the Official Podcast. The streaming service is also planning a companion podcast for The Problem with Jon Stewart. That'll likely launch when the series does, next Thursday, the 30th of September. Before we part ways, I would like to remind you about that listener survey I've got running. Folks with whom I work have a few questions about your listening habits, for this show in particular, and podcasts in general. There are a few general questions about you as well. You can be anonymous, though you can also register to win a $50 Amazon gift card just for taking part. Your participation would be very helpful. I've made it super easy to get to. Just go to macosken.com, then click the listener survey pick at the top of the page. And thank you very, very much. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Headspace. Meditation made simple. Get a free 1-month trial at headspace.com/macOSken. This show is also sponsored by Nebia. Save 10% on Nebia products by using code macOSken at nebia.com/macOSken. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.